All right, let's get right into it. Every year, CES, the Consumer Electronics Show, gives us a ton of new gadgets. But, every once in a while, something shows up that feels different. Not just an upgrade, but a real peek into what's next. And at CES 2026, Lenovo dropped a concept that just might fix the biggest compromise we've always had to make with our laptops.
And this is it, the Lenovo Legion Pro Rollable. Just look at this thing. What you're seeing is one laptop, and its screen has mechanically unfurled to become a massive 24-inch display. No, that's not some external monitor plugged in. The screen itself got bigger. This one picture, right here, says it all. Desktop-level immersion, but in a package you can actually carry.
Which really brings us to the big question, doesn't it? What if you didn't have to choose anymore? What if your normal 16-inch laptop could just transform into a giant, sprawling, ultra-wide display whenever you wanted? That's the exact problem Lenovo is trying to solve here.
Yeah, this isn't just a cool party trick. It's a direct shot at one of the oldest headaches in mobile tech. For decades, it's been the same story. If you want a big, immersive screen, you have to lug around a big, heavy device. There was just no way around it.
This quote right here just hits the nail on the head. It's the dream of every engineer who's ever designed a portable gadget. You want the best of both worlds, right? A huge screen for getting work done or getting lost in a game, but in a small device you can actually toss in a bag. That tension is what's been driving all this innovation.
So how on earth is this even possible? Well, the real magic here isn't just the motors and gears, it's the screen itself. We're talking about flexible, rollable OLED technology. So think less like a screen that folds in half and more like a high-tech digital scroll that can expand and retract whenever you tell it to.
Look, we've all seen foldable phones and even some laptops, and they're pretty cool. But let's be honest, for serious gaming or video editing, that little crease in the middle can be a huge distraction. It just breaks the immersion. The rollable idea, it completely solves that. By unspooling from inside the body, you get a perfectly flat, seamless surface. And for a truly immersive experience, that's everything. Okay, so let's break down the engineering magic here. You hit a button and two super quiet motors inside kick on. Now, instead of just sliding out from one side, the screen actually expands out from the middle, from both sides at once. There's a whole system inside that keeps the flexible OLED panel pulled perfectly tight and flat so you don't get any waves or wrinkles. It's an incredibly smooth process, all designed to keep that delicate screen safe. Now, obviously, a screen that can stretch out to a 24-inch, ultra-wide resolution needs some serious horsepower to run anything on it, especially games. I mean, a revolutionary screen is pretty useless without a monster engine behind it. And trust me, Lenovo did not skimp on the components for this thing.
So what's under the hood? Get this, the whole concept is built on Lenovo's top-tier Legion Pro 7i platform. It's rocking a mobile NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5090 GPU and a totally maxed-out Intel Core Ultra processor. These aren't just specs for a press release. This is what you literally need to run the latest AAA games at high frame rates on that giant, beautiful, PureSight OLED panel.
But why? Why build something so over the top? Who is this actually for? Well, Lenovo's been super clear about this. It's designed for professional esports athletes. Think about it. These are players who train for hours a day on 24-inch monitors. They need that exact setup to keep their muscle memory and peripheral vision sharp, even when they're traveling. This laptop is basically 3 different training modes in one single device.
So first up is focus mode. When it's all tucked away, it's a normal, super powerful 16-inch gaming laptop. This is perfect for when you're in a tight space, like on a plane, or when you're running drills that require intense focus on a small part of the screen, like working on your aim. Then you hit a button and it expands into the 21.5-inch tactical mode. This wider view is amazing for improving your peripheral awareness, being able to see the minimap and what your teammates are doing without having to jerk your eyes away from the center of the action. It's that perfect middle ground. And finally, you've got arena mode. At a full 24 inches, the screen is an exact replica of the size and aspect ratio used in major esports tournaments. This means a pro gamer can be in a hotel room on the other side of the world, training under the exact same conditions they're about to face on stage. It's like taking the entire training facility with you.
But the cool tech doesn't stop with just the screen. To really give players an edge, Lenovo is packing in a bunch of AI features. We're talking about an AI that can tweak system settings on the fly to keep your frame rate stable, or one that can intelligently zoom in on your mini-map for you. It can even track your cursor and give you a little magnified window for super precise clicks. It's all about using AI to make you a better player.
Okay, all of this sounds absolutely amazing, right? And it is. But like with any tech this far out, we've got to talk about the reality of it all. This isn't something you're going to find on the shelf at Best Buy anytime soon. And here's the number that kind of snaps us back to reality. When you factor in the flexible OLED screen, that complicated Moto system, and a top-of-the-line RTX 5090, well, analysts figure that if this thing were sold today, it would have to start at over $4,500. We are deep in the territory of ultra-premium, bleeding-edge technology. And that's really because, and Lenovo has been very upfront about this, it's a proof of concept. It's a real, working prototype. Yeah, but it's meant to show us what's possible and to see if people are actually interested. Think of it as a statement about where portable computers are headed, not as a finished product ready for sale.
So the big question is, when could we actually see something like this in the real world? Well, after its big debut at CES 2026, the general feeling from people who watch the industry is that it'll probably take until 2027, maybe 2028 before the manufacturing gets smooth enough and the costs come down enough for rollable laptops to start hitting the market.
And that leaves us with one final, really interesting question. Even if this exact laptop never goes on sale, it proves that the technology to solve this age-old problem actually exists now. So are we seeing the beginning of the end of that great compromise? The choice between a big, powerful screen and a device you can actually carry with you? I guess only time will tell.